So folks, today we're talking about bronze art, bronze collectibles, bronze statues, and we're going to review in a fun and intelligent, educational way on some of the variations and the differences so you know what you're looking at when you're shopping. And we're going to do that right here on my take on Home and Garden. Okay, you tend to forget what you have until you bring it all to one spot in the house for a video. This is Pan, the mythical Greek god, son of Hermes for the Greeks, or Mercury for the Romans. This is about a 33-inch tall bronze by Design Toscano. It's a proper lost wax method, quite heavy, on a proper marble base. Super good. Anybody squeamish will give you the lifted leg side. Now this boy is from India. He's holding a staff. This is an example of a proper bronze where they'll paint some of it. Now this is a proper lost wax bronze on a polished marble base. You might have even seen this one. It's by Antonin Mercier, obviously Frenchman. Late 1800s, the original. This is called Gloria Victis, meaning even in desperation, like the soldier killed on the battlefield, you can see his broken sword. There can be glory for the humbled and weak and killed on their way to heaven. Don't we all wish for that one? Super, super good. Now here's another example of a proper bronze. This is a Spartan Warrior. How do you know he's Spartan? Well, Rome had more money. Their soldiers were mostly clothed. The length of his spear, his simple loin cloth. Well, you had to really be good to avoid getting hurt in that getup. Shield, helmet, 4 pieces to his equipment. Another of the lost wax process where they carve a piece of wax, make a clay mold, pull it apart, put it together and surround it with clay or dirt, dirt-like clay, fill the mold, the wax melts, runs out, you dump the hot bronze out, and you're left with the piece afterwards. He is just wonderful. Now this is more Angela's style. It's a Victorian woman with a music book. We just got her. She's really quite wonderful. Got a good buy on her because I think she was the top piece to a clock, or she's just missing her base, but I'll find her a base and put her back to her own dignity. This is a street boy, plays violin for some coins. Proper lost wax bronze on the marble pedestal. Alrighty, so folks, I have this simple couple of tests you can do in the field and when you're shopping and someone's telling you that you're looking at a bronze. Couple of simple tests. The magnet test. So we're going to run the magnet all around the piece. Nothing on her should be magnetic. Okay, and it's not, because she's real. She's on a real marble base, which is typical of a proper bronze. Now another test I like to use, the ping and ring test. If I can get a high ping out of her, it'll help me know that she's real. Now the shop owner's not going to like you doing that, but if you can use the test, it'll help. Anything not bronze or brass is going to thud and it'll be a dud. Or it's spelter and then you'll know and they should tell you that it's spelter. Okay. This is a fairy of the woods. Now here's a different one. Lost wax bronze. She has her own pedestal that was poured with her. All you need here is a good Edgar Allan Poe book to read while you're enjoying her. Now you just saw Mademoiselle in the intimate garden, but we'll show her again. Her hand reaches to about 6 feet tall, and she's a real bronze. Okay, some of you know our jumping bronze fountain outside. It is genuine bronze. It was a wedding present. Otherwise, at the time, we certainly wouldn't even have it. You can probably have one, if you can find one, for about $15,000, just as a reference. This is a bronze vase in the Baroque style. Fat, chubby pooties is their classic call sign. Women playing instruments, and I'm going to show you that test again. There's a real good example how high pitch. Now I'm going to show you later ones that are not bronze, and you're going to hear the big difference. Alrighty, and here's our last but not least real bronze piece in the Italian Renaissance style. Baroque, slightly Rococo. We got fat booty, and this candlestick is unbelievably heavy. I am just nuts about this. It's a doozy. Okay, now we're done with the real bronze, so now we're into what the business calls spelter. That's a different mixed metal. They still are not magnetic, typically. See, so there's zinc. There's a little bit. Tin, but they're not bronze, they're not brass, they're not steel. Funny thing with these is some of these today are going for more than the bronze piece because of their antique status. So very desirable and worth some really good money. We got a deal on this pair, real high-end, nice antique store. They had a sale. We got a multiple buy discount as well. I'll blame this pair on Angela because we were leaving the store and she asked me if I saw this pair of spelter, and I said, what? When I saw them, it was over. I was ruined. Ruined. Couldn't leave without them. They are fantastic. Little different twists. We don't like everything the same. In fact, our house is set up where each room is pretty much a different theme. So that's the fun. Then you can have a lot of different themes. Now here's a real cool piece. This is like a Spanish Conquistador. He's got his rifle, his getup, and he is obviously gray. He has been untouched. And I want to show you this, which the other ones are the same. A distinct metal platform or base. Okay, typical of a spelter piece. If he's on marble, somebody's trying to upgrade him or maybe cheat. But if they're telling you he's spelter, that's what he is. Just wonderful. Now, a lot of people understand the love of pairs. This is a pair, a girl and a boy playing an instrument, dancing, having fun. Maybe they're on their break, maybe they don't have to work, but this is a pair of spelter statues on their own metal base. The base is not separate, it's included. You can see the pieces bolted on. Now the difference here with these is when we found them, I walked right by them because they were so ugly. They were painted, and Angela brought it to my attention what the price was. So I said, well, wait a minute, yeah, I knew I could fix them. So these are spelter pieces, any expert would know, and I painted and stained them and highlighted them in such a way that they look like they're bronze. Because that's what I would really love to have them be. It's not deceiving, it's not to deceive, it's because that's what we like. And they're worth a hell of a lot more, even though they're spelter, but they're nicely done now than the way we found them. Next, we're into another category. This is our latest find. This is Hunter Boy, Bavarian Hunter Boy. He has a pheasant, a duck, and a rabbit, and he's probably going home after good luck on the hunt. This is our latest piece. I'm absolutely nuts about this piece, but why I want to show him what the difference in him is that he's resin. And it's hard to believe. He's by Cujo Cassie. They got some tough names, these artists. He had a little damage when we got him through the mail and I had to fix him, but you honestly, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know where, the color or anything, but he is so well done. Typically, we don't care for resin. It's just not the same. But I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it as a collection because they're just so well done. They can carry a fine price as well, but they're also going to be, for the beginner, they're going to be a lot more affordable. Super cute. Okay, now who doesn't know this iconic figure? David, who became King David, created by Michelangelo in the 16th century. Now why I want to show him, he's on a proper marble pedestal. He looks like he's made of basalt, the black stone. We have some real basalt items to show you, and that's a different collection. But again, he is resin, but it's so well done. Usually you see him in a bonded marble, which we'll look at that a different video. He's so good. So sometimes we don't mind what they're made out of if they're well done. This lamp is brass in the Italian Renaissance style. Baroque, putti, column, and acanthus branch. That's the style. Now this lamp was spelter. It was totally gray spelter when we bought it at the flea. Confirmed with the owner, spelter. I brought it home, cleaned it up, wired it, new socket, new lampshade, what have you, and made it look like a bronze piece. Now it's not to fool anyone for sale, it's just to match what we like. I'm probably going to get chewed out about the time, but I want to show you everything I can. These lamps, though the style seems to be undesirable today to most people, they like modern or, you know, white or shabby chic or whatever. This lamp is brass. Very desirable. We got it for a song at the flea market. Now this Egyptian princess, she's about 42 inches tall. We're lucky to have her. She had a broken arm. I fixed her. She is probably more brass, but I did the scrape test. You know, typically they're not going to let you do it in the store, but underneath on the bottom where it doesn't show, you do a little scrape test. You can see the color. She might be heavier toward brass, but most likely she's bronze, but she is good. Now here's that big statue I did for you outside. You saw it when we brought it home. Rusty neglect. Listen to the nail test on this. You can't get a ring, a high-pitched nothing out of this. Why? I told you in the other video. I'm going to go with her chin so you can see. She's steel. So, if I was being told this was a bronze and they wanted a ton of money, and my magnet stuck to her chin and my nail doesn't ring, I mean, it's hard to believe. That galvanized nail sounds like a piece of licorice on this steel piece, not on a true bronze. So hopefully we helped you today. Okay, so this is an example of cast iron. This is a separate category, but I thought I would show it. It could be mistaken for a bronze. They're heavy. The magnet will attach to it. It's on a metal base with a steel handle. These pieces are even different than the pot itself. Cute, collectible, and affordable. Now folks, hopefully you liked our bronze presentation, our collection, and different aspects of metals to help you when you're shopping. Thanks for stopping in, guys. We appreciate it. Thanks to all our subscribers, and if you liked our video today, give us a like and a thumbs up. Follow us on Instagram at My Take on Home and Garden. Take care, everybody. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.